Emma Stone dropped out of a Zack Snyder flop to star in Easy A, and that turned out very well for her. Easy A turns 15 years old this week, so here's some things I bet you never knew about it. The story behind Easy A starts in Massachusetts in 1850, where author Nathaniel Hawthorne had just published The Scarlet Letter, about a woman living in colonial times who's forced to wear a red A on her clothes as punishment for cheating on her husband, whom she thought was lost at sea, by the way. The book would become an instant bestseller and a seminal American classic, read in high school English classes for the next 175 years. Which brings me to 1998. Acting school dropout Bert Royal had just moved to New York City after getting an internship with the Public Theater. He later went on to work in casting offices where he helped cast Third Watch and Chappelle Show, but in 2005 he quit his casting job when he scored a major success writing the off-Broadway play Dog Sees God: Confessions of a Teenage Blockhead, which was a send-up of the Peanuts comic strip imagining Charlie Brown and friends as teenagers dealing with substance abuse, eating disorders, violence, rebellion, sex, and identity. The off-Broadway cast, by the way, included America Ferrera, Eddie K. Thomas, Logan Marshall Green, Ian Somerhalder, Ari Grainer, and Elijah Dushku. Royal then parlayed this off-Broadway hit into a career as a Hollywood screenwriter, and in 2008, he got an idea to write 3 high school movies based on classic literature. He'd do one off Scarlet Letter, one off Cyrano de Bergerac, and another one off The Mystery of Edwin Drood. He ended up writing the Scarlet Letter screenplay first, Easy A, and he did it in just 5 days, except for the last 10 pages, which came later. Royal intended the movie to be R-rated, and his script had about 47 F-bombs, 13 S-words, and 3 uses of the C-word. Natasha Bedingfield's song Pocketful of Sunshine, which was a running joke in the movie, was not in Royal's original script, but came later in the process. Royal himself is gay and based the character of Brandon on himself. He also gave Olive's family food names. Her parents are Dill and Rosemary, and her brother is Chip. In one version of the script, Olive had a younger sister, Ginger, rather than an adopted brother. In the film, Olive says her name is an anagram for I love. Her last name, meanwhile, Pendergast, sort of calls back to the Scarlet Letter's Hester Prynne, but more significantly, it anagrams to Pretend Shag, which is the plot of the movie. Also, the foreign film Olive sees in the movie is called Der Scharlachrot Buchstab. Sorry for that pronunciation, but it's German for the Scarlet Letter. And that theater is also screening Vamos por las Chicas, which was the Spanish title for the movie Fired Up, which will make more sense in a second. Despite the fact that Easy A has a pretty realistic portrayal of high school, Bert Royal was homeschooled and never attended high school. Anyway, his script ended up on the 2008 Blacklist, an annual collection of the best unmade screenplays in Hollywood. So Screen Gems decided to produce the movie in 2009. By that time, the studio had become a specialty arm at Sony and had recently made genre movies and comedies aimed at teens like Resident Evil Extinction, Prom Night, and Fired Up. That last one was about 2 high school jocks who joined the cheerleading team to meet girls. It was directed by Will Gluck, who was making the jump from TV writer to director. Fired Up flopped at the box office and was trashed by critics, but Screen Gems must have seen something in Gluck because he was brought on to direct Easy A. Gluck's favorite movie of all time is Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and so Easy A, with its many homages to 80s teen movies, was a good fit. The movie literally name drops John Hughes, but there are subtler references, such as Olive giving herself a mohawk in the shower, and her quoting Ferris Bueller saying she's never had one lesson when playing guitar. Jennifer Lawrence auditioned for the part of Olive, but it ended up going to Emma Stone, of course. Stone auditioned for the film with the opening webcam scene, and after getting the offer, she liked the movie so much, she dropped out of Zack Snyder's Sucker Punch to do Easy A instead. Sucker Punch was a flop, as it failed to make its money back in theaters. Stone was 22 years old when she played 17-year-old Olive. Logan Lerman auditioned for the role of Brandon, which went to Dan Bird. Thomas Hayden Church was first offered the role of Olive's dad, Dill, but he turned it down, which led to a perfect performance from Stanley Tucci. Church instead played Mr. Griffith to help round out the cast with recognizable faces. And as of 2025, this was Amanda Bynes' final on-screen performance. She later revealed she was very dissatisfied with her acting in the movie. Cameos include Fred Armisen as the pastor, Emma Stone's brother is an extra in the party scene, and the woman and children in the ice cream shop are Will Gluck's family. Screen Gems set the budget at a pretty modest $8 million, and filming began on June 9th, 2009 in Ojai, California, where the movie also takes place. Ojai is a small city located in a mountainous valley about an hour and a half northwest of LA. They shot the entire movie on location in real places, opting not to use a soundstage. Nordhoff High School was used as Ojai North High School, and the end credits were shot on Fordyce Road. Remember how Royal intended for the movie to be R-rated and it had all of that cursing? Well, whenever there were swears, Gluck shot the scene 2 ways, one with the cursing and one without, just so they'd have the option to make it PG-13, and that's exactly what happened. The final film was PG-13 for mature thematic elements involving teen sexuality, language, and some drug material. Emma Stone improvised the line about being a gossip girl in the sweet valley of traveling pants, and they shot all of the webcam and narration scenes in 1 day. Stone sat in front of the camera for about 14 hours to get it done. Emma Stone also had an asthma attack during the fake sex scene. The names of Olive's clients in the movie reference reference filmmakers Phil Lord, Chris Miller, and Jay Chandrasekhar. Nearly every scene in the movie includes an orange or oranges, and on the DVD commentary track, Gluck said there wasn't any deeper meaning to that, he just did it to be artistic. Then filming wrapped on August 6, 2009. The movie premiered at the Toronto Film Festival in 2010 and opened on 2,856 screens in North America on September 17, 2010. It did $17.7 million domestic opening weekend, which landed it in second place behind The Town, but that wasn't much of an issue because Easy A would go on to gross $75 million total worldwide, which is more than 9 times its budget, making it a significant financial hit for Sony. And critics liked it too. Today, 85% of the 192 reviews assessed by Rotten Tomatoes are positive. Time magazine named Emma Stone's performance one of the 10 best film performances of 2010. Audiences gave it an A- cinema score in theater exit polls. And Emma Stone was nominated for a Golden Globe for Best Actress in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. The movie also won Best Comedy Film at the Critics' Choice Awards, and Stone won Best Comedic Performance at the MTV Movie Awards and Choice Movie Actress in a Romantic Comedy at the Teen Choice Awards. Easy A was Emma Stone's first time as the lead of a major movie, meaning she was the top-billed star, the main character, and it took her career to another level, showing she could carry an entire film. In 2021, Entertainment Weekly named Easy A number 14 on a list of the best high school movies. And in 2019, Variety reported that Sony was developing a spin-off film with original writer Bert Royal, who was also going to direct the movie. Emma Stone was not going to return, but the film was going to be set at the same high school and would have explored many of the same themes as the original. In 2021, Easy A actor Ali Michalka confirmed there are talks that there might be a sequel that actually is semi-real. It would be kind of like a new retelling, but you'd see some of the characters from the original come back into the story. And yet, as of 2025, that sequel has yet to materialize. As Bert Royal went on to create the Freeform and Hulu series Cruel Summer, which ran for 2 seasons in 2021 and 2023 respectively, and will be coming back for a 3rd season in 2026. Thanks for watching. If you've made it to the end of this video, drop an A in the comments. For more movie history deep dives, check out the attached playlist, and don't forget to subscribe to my newsletter for the latest movie news.